I've used the Nest thermostat for the past 4 years and it's worked great. But why spend $250 more on a new thermostat? I mean, let's face it, thermostats are boring. Who gets excited? You're like, yippee, I'm buying a thermostat. Maybe your first one is exciting, but to go replace one, there's got to be some new features to it. And with this Ecobee thermostat, it does bring some great stuff, such as 2 assistants to choose from on board that you can talk to through the thermostat. And this could be a Ring or Simply Safe alarm alternative. Like, you can get 24/7 professional monitoring for your house, as in call 911 for you when you have an emergency type monitoring in your house. And it works with Apple's HomeKit. So we're gonna go through this thermostat and you'll see why it is worth upgrading to the Ecobee Smart Thermostat Premium. Make sure to stay to the end to learn about those alarm features. Also, I'll put links down in the description so you can check out all this stuff. Now, this video is not sponsored. I bought this with my own money because I was curious to see how this goes beyond just other thermostats. Also, I wanted something with native HomeKit support. Now, a big thing, when it comes to installation of this or any other smart devices, these manufacturers can't make money if you can't install their product. So they have to make it easy for all of us and not just the people who nerd out on this stuff. So don't be intimidated. The app walks you through everything from labeling your wires, how to put the mount in, how to snap this thing into place, and then to set it up. So don't be scared by it. Now, the Ecobee Smart Thermostat Premium is $249.99. It has a new, more premium look with the metal edges and a 50% larger screen. That's great. The screen does look nice, but this thing is huge compared to my Nest. I wish it was actually smaller. Maybe keep the screen size the same, but shrink those bezels a bit. But overall, it is a nice looking screen. I think that bigger screen is going to help with some of the additional features this thermostat has beyond the Nest. But I still like the look of the Nest. Now, one thing I like about Ecobee over other thermostats is their smart sensor. This can detect motion and temperature. So with occupancy detection, what can happen is if you walk into the room and it realizes you're in there, it can adjust the temperature on the thermostat to what the sensor is picking up. This is great. Also, for when you have a room that's hot in your house, like mine upstairs. When it detects it's too hot, it can turn the air conditioning on. I do like these sensors. They do feel very premium. The base is a nice metal base held on with magnets. Well built. Overall, feels very solid. Now, these sensors also get used with the alarm functionality that we're going to talk about in a few. Another addition of this is the air quality sensor. What it'll do is monitor the quality of the air in your house. When I first set mine up, I was getting a reading of fair, and it recommended I opened up the windows. So I did. I aired out the house, and then now it's showing clean air. There's also an Eco Plus mode where you could select your utility provider and take advantage of energy rebates and programs that they have. Now, if there's heavy power use in your area, with Eco Plus, it may adjust the temperature to use a little less electricity. Also, with time of use enabled, it'll preheat or pre-cool your house based on when energy is the cheapest. Now, for temperature controls, they're a little different than my Nest thermostat. With this, you kind of just set it through the initial programming period of it and it will adjust for you. Or you can go into the scheduling and pick specific times to set specific temperatures. Now, the way Ecobee works is there's 3 different modes. There's basically a home, sleep, and away mode. What you'll do is you'll set the hot and cold temperature for each of those. Then you pick which mode you want during which time of day. So at night, at 9:30, switches to sleep mode and changes the temperature there. Then in the morning, it goes to home mode. This is okay, but I prefer the Nest approach, which gives me a little more fine tuning. Now, to control this, you could touch the screen and you could slide up and down to the temperature you want. You can also change the temperature within the Ecobee app or Alexa and Home app. I love the flexibility. Also, you can use your voice on any of the assistants to change the temperature. It's great that the Ecobee Smart Thermostat Premium works with all the assistants. So many things don't work with Apple's HomeKit, so I appreciate that addition. Another difference from my Nest is the assistants built in. You can enable Alexa, and this will act like an Echo for a lot of things. It's not an Echo, so it might not do certain things.
Alexa, what's the weather today?
It's 81 degrees Fahrenheit with partly sunny skies.
Alexa, play Jeopardy!
The new addition with the premium is being able to access Siri.
Hey Siri, add milk to my Costco list.
Added to your Costco list.
Hey Siri, message Cheryl trying out the texting from the thermostat.
Okay, it's sent.
That's crazy, you could send a message right from your thermostat. Now, it can't access all information. Like, for example, calendars, it wouldn't tell me what's on my calendar, and I couldn't add anything to the calendar. Here's what you get when you try.
Hey Siri, add lunch for next Friday at 2 p.m.
I wish I could, but I can't access your calendar here.
Now, I got to pick one or the other on this. When it comes to Siri, it doesn't actually access Siri or any of the Apple servers. What's happening is you do need to have a HomePod Mini, and then it is essentially relaying to the HomePod Mini. All requests are done on there and then relaying back to you. It doesn't have the cool little animation you would see on a HomePod. It just gives you an icon, but it's a nice addition. One less HomePod that's needed in a room. Either assistant you pick, you just make requests like you normally would on a smart speaker. Now, when it comes to automation, your choices are limited within the Alexa app. It doesn't recognize all the different functionality from the Ecobee thermostat or the smart sensor. But once you get in Apple's HomeKit, that's a different story. You can set automations based on the temperature, the humidity, motion, and occupancy. So you have 4 choices. With the sensor, it's based on temperature, motion, and occupancy. With those, there's a lot of different stuff you can trigger. Now on to one of the coolest, most interesting features of this thermostat is the alarm functionality. The fact that for $9.99 a month, you can get an alternative to Ring or Simply Safe, and one that works with Apple's HomeKit, which a lot of them don't, which is really cool. You can also, for your alarm, pair up their door and window sensors. Here it is. This is a motion sensor on the bottom, so you can determine occupancy or motion. One of the things I will say, this is probably the most sensitive little zone for a door sensor that I've seen. It's got a little magnet. It seems really only to pick up in this zone. I have other ones that really you could stagger them and it picks up really well. So just one of the things I noticed, but does feel like a nice quality premium product. And I do like that it detects motion too. Also make their own cameras. I'll have to check those out. I haven't used them yet. They do sound more compelling as you put this whole package together. Now for $10 a month, you get 24/7 professional monitoring with data routing to 911 call center. You get 30 days of cloud recordings for all your cameras. You get smart motion and entry alerts. So if it picks up any motion or alerts in your house, you get the arm disarm assist. You also get smoke alarm detection. So if it does hear an alarm going off, it'll consider that an emergency and notify you. You can also use the sensors such as these. So if a window or door is left open for 5 minutes, it'll automatically turn off the heat or air. You do have to have that subscription to be able to utilize that feature, which is a little disappointing. But I think $10 a month for professional monitoring for an Apple HomeKit user, or even if you're using Ring or Simply Safe. Ring started off at $10 a month, but that plan's gone. You're up to $20 now. So very interesting feature. Let me know if you want to see a dedicated video on using this as an alarm. I feel like I should dive deeper into just that feature. Now between the air quality monitoring, having the choice of 2 assistants on board, now an alarm option to it, support for all the assistants, I think this is a great option out there if your budget supports it. Now, are you using a smart thermostat? If so, let us know which one in the comments section. Next, make sure to check out this video over here for some more great smart home information. I'm not just saying that because I made it. That is some good stuff. Maybe some of my best work. I'll see you over there. Thanks for watching. Bye.